All right, let's kick this thing off. Please put your hands together and welcome today's sponsor guest. Joining us from Dexcom, Inc., please welcome the site manager for their new Mesa facility, Mr. Jim Kasselmann. Jim, come on up. Welcome, sir. Grab a seat. Welcome to Mesa Morning Live, and welcome to Mesa. Tell us a little bit about who Dexcom is.
Sure. Dexcom, we're new to the Mesa area. We've been operating here for less than a year, and it's a continuous glucose monitoring company that supports patients with type 1 diabetes. Founded in 1999 in San Diego, and that's where the headquarters and most of the corporate offices are. So we are new to the Valley and super pleased to be here.
Well, welcome to Mesa. What made Mesa jump out as where you want to locate?
A couple factors were really key for the company. The proximity to San Diego, so the ability of myself and others to travel back and forth very quickly. The cost of real estate here was quite impressive compared to San Diego.
Than San Diego?
Yeah, quite a bit.
No, it's weird.
And the available workforce that was here drew us out, absolutely.
And I know I don't want to cut you off, but you're probably also going to say, and the opportunity to be on Mesa Morning Live.
Yes, this has been the highlight for the year.
I would think so.
Yeah.
He did that with a straight face. That was awesome.
I've only been to Vegas once.
You've only been to Vegas?
Yeah, so I keep a straight face.
What happens there stays there, Jim. Tell us a little bit about the history of Dexcom.
Again, founded in 1999 in San Diego, and it was a company that's focused on providing patients with a means to read their glucose levels on a continual basis. And the first device was actually surgically implanted, and it looked to be about the size of a AA battery. And that's quite invasive, and you put it in, well, then you got to take it out, you got to put a new one in, and it's not convenient for a patient. And what we've gotten to is where we have a very super thin, specially coated sensor wire that just gets inserted below the skin and gives a patient their blood glucose reading every 5 minutes.
Wow.
And it goes to a smartphone device or a receiver, and patients can see where their blood glucose level is trending up or down. Finger pricks, you can forget about those. You just go about your day. It really empowers the patients to be able to manage their blood glucose levels before they need to interject with an insulin injection. So
That's awesome. So somebody can just go, oh, wow, it's a little low. I need a bite of candy.
Absolutely. In fact, I've been on tours of the facility. We're just over on South Dobson Road. It was in the summer. I was taking one of our board of director members around on a tour, and all of a sudden his phone started to chirp. And he pulls it out and he goes, oh, I better get something to eat. And I had no idea that he was a Dexcom user. And he goes, hold on a second, I need to text my wife, because if I don't tell her I'm okay, because she gets the same alerts that he does, she will be calling me. So he breaks out his phone and he texts and says, I'm okay. And we went about our tour, and he got a snack about 15 minutes later, and he was good to go.
That is what, I have the opposite thing. My wife texts me during the day and tells me not to eat. And
it's like a personal problem.
It's pretty obvious I'm not paying attention to those texts. Well, that's cool. Well, tell us a little bit about the economic impact for Mesa. You have a couple of employees, I'm guessing?
Yes, we have a few now. This time last year, Mark, we had just finished the construction phase, and we had 0 employees working in the building. Today, we have more than 300.
Wow.
So
that's awesome. Good for you. And tell us again, where's the physical location?
It's on South Dobson Road, just north of Broadway. The railroad tracks runs right along the back fence, so I know when the freight train comes through. And it's a beautiful facility, 148,000 square foot facility. We have a controlled environment room within which we make our sensor wires, because those do get implanted below the surface of the skin, and need to make sure that we look out for the patient's health. We don't want any infections coming along with that. So we do it in a controlled environment. We terminally sterilize all of the wires before they go out for distribution.
So the patient just goes to the regular doctor and they insert that, or is there a
Patient
special?
does it him or herself.
Really?
It is super easy to do. You don't have to go to your doctor to do this.
Wow, that's very cool.
It's a piece of cake.
In keeping with kind of our theme,
Yeah,
we had the
cake.
veterans up here, piece of cake, I like that. We had our veterans up here earlier. I understand you're a 20-year veteran.
Yes, that's correct.
And what, yeah, there we go. And a Marine veteran, so thank you for your service. We appreciate that. And without getting in too deep in the weeds here on the technical thing, can you kind of tell us a little bit, is there anything more we need to know about with the Dexcom
We've gone
device?
through 5 generations of the product, and we're about to go into our 6th. Each one gets progressively better, easier for the patients to use. It was approved a little over a year ago by the federal government for Medicare and Medicaid, so there's a lot of uptake within the United States and also around the world for our product. It's the ease of use and the accuracy of the data that the patients love the most.
Now, are you manufacturing those devices here in town now?
We are just about to launch into commercial manufacturing. Being an FDA-regulated industry, Mark, you have to go through very rigorous preparatory states or activities. And by the end of this month in March, we expect to be commercially manufacturing.
That's awesome. So in a year, you've gone from 0 employees to 300.
Yes.
Crystal ball, a couple years down the road, what do you see happening?
We have the ability to add 2 additional controlled environment manufacturing spaces. Our current one is over 10,000 square feet in space, and we can add 2 more of those. So we can triple our output in the coming years.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Welcome to Mesa.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to, you'll find it's a great place to do business, and we're glad you're here. You're a benefit to the community, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
How about a big round of applause, Mr. Jim Kasselmann. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for coming in. Good job.